With over 1.7 million amputees in the United States, prosthetics are getting more and more prevalent. However, prosthetics come with a large price tag due to maintenance and replacement. With this in mind, the amputees, such as veterans, cannot easily afford them. Generally, prosthetics that are easily accessible are low quality and need to be replaced more often, therefore making them more expensive. More veterans, for example, continually come home with amputated limbs and cannot easily afford high-quality prosthetics. Although there are many cheap prosthetics that do the job, many people are in constant need of cheaper and better products to increase their quality of life. Therefore, engineers need to focus on engineering better medicines and create more durable, yet less expensive prosthetics. With over 1.7 million amputees, in 1915, the first electric-powered hand drawings were patented in Germany, and in 1945, the United States had its first major turning point, and they developed many different varieties of electrically powered limbs. However, they were really hard to purchase. A German-owned company, Autobach Orthopedic Industries, created myoelectric-based hands, and this hand was modified to become easier to use and more individualized. Fast forward 50 years, and prosthetics should have become more easily accessible and modified towards individuals, yet they have not, and they still have a ways to go. In 1915, the first electric-powered hand. There are many different companies that create upper limb prosthetics. A few of these are Touch Bionics and Autobach. They are the most common. Touch Bionics is one of the many companies that creates prosthetics for upper limb amputees. They create myoelectric prosthetics such as the iLimb Ultra, and the Revolution iLimb, which are both pictured below. They can start around $17,000 US. Touch Bionics is one of Autobach is another popular prosthetic making company. They produce the B-Bionic hand, which has 14 different hand patterns and positions. It has individual motors in each finger, allowing it to be more versatile, and it's available in 3 different sizes. It's a little less than the iLimb Revolution, and it starts around $11,000 US. Autobach is Currently, most upper limb prosthetics can either come as body-powered or externally powered. An externally powered upper limb prosthetics is much more expensive compared to a body-powered prosthetics, which we'll show on the next slide. However, this is only the cost at the beginning, and these prices do not include maintenance or replacement costs. Lifetime costs can be extremely expensive, especially costs for veterans who use higher technological prosthetics. For example, some veterans can pay up to $2 million to pay for their prosthetics throughout their lifetime. Currently, most upper limb prosthetics can. The figure below compares prices based on the device and the type of device. For example, a transhumeral body-powered upper limb prosthesis can be between $5,000 and $10,000, and an externally powered one can cost between $50,000 and $75,000. The figure below compares prices based. There are many different technologies being developed for prosthetics today. Some of these include ultrasound-controlled prosthetics, EEG prosthetics, implantable devices, and even prosthetics made from 3D printing. Ultrasound-controlled prosthetics combine the use of 3D printed devices to make them more user-friendly and even more cost-efficient. Additionally, EEG-powered prosthetics are being developed and improved. These EEG prosthetics use channels from the brain to signal to the left and right hand movements. This increases the function of prosthetics because it can act as nerve endings that no longer exist. In addition to EEG prosthetics, engineers are also developing implantable devices. These devices, called implantable myoelectrical sensors, are small electrodes that are implanted into the person's limb, and it sends signals to an electromechanical prosthetic and therefore increases the freedom of movement. However, the most important developing prosthetic device is the use of 3D printing. 3D printers can print with most materials and can produce any design that is created by a CAD file. It is extremely important to prosthetics because it can drastically decrease the price. With 3D printing, it eliminates the need for unnecessary resources, it has a faster production rate, and can make the prosthetics even more individualized. There are many different technologies. Ultrasound-controlled prosthetics are little electrodes on the skin that detect electrical activity as the amputee attempts to perform any movements. Ultrasound control. EEG prosthetics use channels from the brain to signal to the left and right hand movements. The lady in the picture below has them attached to her head, and she is holding a water bottle. EEG prosthetics. This photo is an example of 3D printed prosthetics, and it can cost only $50 to make. It's easy and can be easily customized, just like the one pictured. This photo. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and please make prosthetics cheaper for people so they can have a better life and pretend like nothing happened. Thank you. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.